I am on a journey, and I'm done downplaying myself or, I don't know, maybe being more pessimistic than I mean to, just to be digestible or relatable for other people, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it, okay? In a sense, that is also kind of just like shrinking myself, to be honest, just to make other people more comfortable. And yeah, and shrinking myself is already like a whole other issue. Like, I'm trying, I'm working on it, I really am. But yeah, lately I've been trying to be like so, I'm trying to be so intentional about things that I do and say, especially around other people. Like, I'm trying to be very intentional about the way that I speak, and I'm trying to be very intentional about the person that I am making myself out to be. Not because what other people think about you is important, or like it's not, I don't really what others think of me, for the most part, it's not my concern. It's really not my concern. Like, I don't care. However, I do believe that we very much have the power to control the way that people can perceive us to an extent. For the most part, that is completely outside of your hands. All right, it's completely outside of your hands. And although what I just said, I actually do care what people think about me, but you know, we're getting there. To an extent, you know, I've gotten better. But back to what I was saying. You can't actually control how people perceive you, but you kind of can to an extent. So I'm trying to be very intentional about the person that I am and the person that I display myself to be, not necessarily in a performative or masking kind of way, because I'm working on no longer masking myself. It's a lot of things all at the same time, you know. I'm actually trying to be very vigilant about how or where, like, I'm being performative in ways. And so yes, I'm trying to be intentional about the person that I am making myself out to be, and I'm trying to be authentic and more vulnerable, and trying to let my guard down. But also, I'm also I want to make sure that the person that I am embodying, right, and the things that I'm saying are aligned with who I really am. And I think it's so easy to just kind of like, I know it's just at work, it's so easy to just fall into the habit of like maybe complaining about something, or I don't know, something that's not necessarily positive in upbringing. That's just not obviously we're not always going to be in a good mood, but like sometimes some things are just unnecessary to say. And I've gotten really good at not really complaining or being negative. If someone's saying something, a lot of the times I just kind of let them like I won't really respond, which I'm really proud of myself, because it took me a while to get here, you know, to not like really ruminate on it. But I have noticed that with certain people I kind of do like, and I noticed that it's with people that I kind of have my guard up, actually. So I don't know what that's about, but I have a tendency to be more like negative, a little bit more pessimistic. But regardless, I don't know, that kind of is a way of like downplaying myself, at least I think. Like when I kind of feed into those old habits where like I'm not as upbeat, if you will. All right, or whatever. Now, I'm not saying I'm in a good mood every day. I'm most definitely not. And at work, I'm definitely not always in a good mood. However, I do try to be, a bright light. And even if maybe I am like complaining about being at work, what I'm saying, like, I'll be like, oh, yay, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I'm closing today. Like, obviously, I'm being sarcastic, but the words coming out of my mouth are, inherently positive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to be more intentional. But yeah. When I go back into those old speaking patterns, I am definitely downplaying myself. And lately, I think I've been more open at work and kind of just like about the kind of person that I am. And I don't know, sometimes it kind of like makes me kind of uncomfortable. Maybe not. I think taking up space. I think that's just the issue. It's like taking up space is what makes me uncomfortable, and letting people kind of just see me, and letting myself be seen, and like being like, I don't even want to mention this in the video. Like, I don't like taking up space, but I have to do it. Anyways, and I don't want to subscribe to this idea of like, oh, these are the things you have to do to be a successful person, because I don't agree with that, by the way. But for example, I'm in school, I'm working, I work out, like, where's my proof is covered up right now, but I swear, like, I'm a very disciplined person when it comes to working out and fitness and like taking care of yourself and just being a healthy person all around. And that in particular, I notice with people, it's just like, I don't know, such a big topic that is discussed, whether it's people that are like-minded, which is great, and we have great conversations, or with others where it's just like, they're like, oh, I wish I could do that, which I hate. I shouldn't say I hate, but I really don't like when people say that, because you can. Like, stop saying you wish. Like, you can. And the more I get to know people, the more empathetic I become, and I'm just like, I can't help you. Like, I can't. Like, I mean, I could help you, but like, I can't fix you. So like, but anyways, I don't know. Just like, and then it's just like a topic that's brung up so much, like, and I don't know, and then like I kind of second guess myself. As like, am I being conceited? Am I being self-centered? Why are we always talking about this? Am I the one that's always bringing it up? And I don't think so. I think it kind of just, I mean, I work at a freaking health store, a health food store, all right? So like, but I don't know. I just stop downplaying myself when I'm talking about this. Like, no matter who I'm talking to about it too, like, I'm trying to learn how to own my shit with confidence. It's just hard to do it because I feel like I'm flexing, or I don't know, being like bitch, or being like, no, I'm not a bitch, but just being like obnoxious, or like pretentious, or like, not even pretentious, what's the word, being like oh, look at me, and it's really not like that. And I know it's not like that, but it like leaves this like weird feeling, because I'm not used to taking up space. Like, I'm so used to shrinking myself and making myself smaller to make other people comfortable, and I'm so tired of doing that. Holy shit. I'm so tired of doing that. But it's like making other people feel comfortable. I've made that my fucking superpower my entire life. Like, literally, that is my superpower. That is like my, like, trying to make other people feel comfortable and trying to make them feel seen and like understood has been my life's mission. Okay, but not, I don't mean in a good way though, because I do it over giving myself that same compassion, and I do it out of like a learned coping behavior, like not necessarily coping, but like, oh, well, kind of. That's like the only way I knew how to exist as a child, unfortunately. So, or rather, that's something that I lacked as a child, and so I subconsciously had made it my mission to be that kind of person for other people, even even when they're not that for me. Actually, especially when they're not that for me. So, okay. And yeah. But I don't want to do that anymore, and yes. I've been talking for 11 minutes. I don't know what I've been saying. The key points: do not downplay yourself for other people. Fuck being relatable and digestible. Okay, take up space. It's very important. Yeah, that's pretty much it, actually. Yeah. All right. I don't know. Bye. My skin looks really clear. Oh, I love my haircut.